Hey, what's up guys, Scary here and welcome to another Roblox video. So a lot of you have been asking me to try and take a look at the new Eternal Enemies Lion. So here we are. As you know, Savannah Life had the Lion rework, which I gave my opinion. And now we have the sub-adult male and lioness remodeled that we can take a look here on Eternal Enemies. Now, here we are with the spotted hyena because I do think we have to kind of grow ourselves a tiny bit so that we can unlock the lion. But I'm not really sure about that. As you know, sometimes I am outside of the loop. I do think that the quality of this hyena has improved, but still there might be a few things that needs to be tweaked. But I do want to see if there was anything that was added or not. I do have to kind of remember the controls because I kind of forgot. But let's try and see if we can hunt a let's try and fight this lioness. So we can use LB to fight back. Looks like there's a male lion. It feels like I'm not doing any damage whatsoever to the lion, which is pretty weird. Although I've probably hit him a few couple of times. The turning seems a little bit buggy. And here comes the male. I mean, I admire how much stamina lioness and lion has. Because her stamina should be depleted by now, but for some reason it's not. Like she's using the rock to try and invade. My bite attacks seem to be connecting, but at the same time I have a feeling that they are not really connecting. There we go. The fight itself felt really bad, I have to be honest. Besides the point that the lioness was trying to use the rock as cover, you know, that's okay. Everybody has their own tactic, but it is pretty admirable that they have a lot of stamina and they can withstand a grapple of a hyena. Maybe I'm doing things wrong. Probably there's better controls that I could probably use, because I would assume that dodging also consumes stamina. Now I would assume that probably we have to grow from a baby instead of just starting as a full-grown hyena. I think we do have to try and grow. Good thing that there's AI. And it's the exact same place that we died. Which is pretty funny. Funny how there's an echo sound. The hyena has definitely improved, I do have to say. Probably animation wise, a tiny bit. Not a lot when it comes to how it looks. There's still a few things that they need to tweak, maybe remodel. But the overall animations are pretty nice. How many bites does it take to kill a wildebeest? Oh. So I do think we latch and we eat. So back then, probably it was more of a skill gap besides, you know, the game's fault. Probably it was my fault. These are some big chunks of meat, I do have to say. So it's really interesting how there's a little bit, or in this case a lot of reverb. Usually there is almost quests in every single animal survival on Roblox so that you can unlock and probably grow faster. Here, I don't know if this is the case because it will take us a little bit to kind of grow into a, in this case, to unlock the lion. So maybe I will have to just leave that to another video because we got the first impressions with the other white lion. Looks like we are being taken care of. The water needs a little bit of love. As you can see, it almost looks like plastic or jello. It is pretty weird. It's a tiny bit of love. Now we also do have a map, which I will assume that the Great Rock is probably the main hotspot. We shall go and explore places. Unfortunately, there are not a lot of people playing Eternal Enemies compared to, you know, Savannah Life or Wild Savannah. Now we're gonna try and sneak up. I do have to remember where's the sprint toggle button. And that's pretty loud. So overall, probably a few things changed since I played it. We don't have those massive herds. The AI is still a little bit bugged. We have these big chunks of meat. We also have progression, growth, I would assume. Don't know if there's any type of quest that we can speed or grow up, or if this is passive. I will assume that this is passive. And the sounds, they have a lot of reverb on it. But I do want to give a thank to Bink to kind of help me out survive. This makes things a lot enjoyable, actually. If you jump into a game and there's nothing really to do, nobody to interact, you're gonna get bored eventually because you will basically hunt AIs pretty easily. And then that's it. So usually what I'm doing is imitating whatever my friend here is doing. Almost like real animal behavior. This game has potential to be a good game, but an issue that I'm seeing is that it will take this game a few years probably to kind of be enjoyable and better in terms of visual and stuff like that, because they are using and they are doing things that actually make sense. Oh, we do have a den, which not a lot of games have done. So I can view that a lot of things, if they get polished, remodel, and make it more appealing to the eye, this game can have a lot of potential, because I've already seen that there's no coin system, which it's okay with me, because a lot of the times I don't really have time to grind everything and get the coins and do this and that. But when it comes to a Roblox game, I don't think you have to kind of wait long periods of time to kind of grow, because that can be a tiny bit boring to some people, which sometimes I do think that people who play Roblox, they just wanna, you know, grow, hunt, kill, and do PvP, and they don't really want to, you know, stay at least 30 minutes grinding their growth or whatever. You know, having at least a XP factor that can kind of help you out to speed things up will be very nice. That either being, you know, diets or even PvP quests or PvE quests, which is like hunt a wildebeest or roll in the mud, stuff like that. Very basic stuff to make things a little bit more enjoyable. Unfortunately, I don't think I can latch to any wildebeest. Let me latch. Let me at least grab a leg. There we go. I still don't really understand how the hyena is supposed to work. If this system is the same as Wild Savannah, where you have to drain the opponent's stamina and then you do damage or eat the opponent alive, or if you can just latch and do damage, you'll have to figure that out. But eventually, some of you probably will give me a few suggestions down in the comments below. But unfortunately, I don't really have a lot of time to kind of grow the hyena cub and then grow the lion cub to actually show you guys the lion model. I will say that from what I've saw from the first line, the mane looks different, but the rest looks pretty much the same. And eventually down the road, I will try to make a video just playing as a lion to kind of show you guys, but not a lot has really changed on the lion model. But it's good that they have added now growth progress to the game. That shows that they're trying to make it a tiny bit more realistic, so you can have to kind of grind out your animal. But overall, you know, it's a fine, good update. But the hyena, as you can see, needs a little bit of rework or a remodel. So tell me what you guys think about Eternal Enemies, if you guys have ever played. If you guys want to check out, the link will be down in the description below. As always, make sure to hit that like, subscribe, give a comment for the YouTube algorithm, and I will catch you guys in a next Roblox video.